Welcome back to another series of Internship Nugget. Today we have Miss Anjali. She's basically the HR director for Sibelco Group. So, good afternoon.
Thank you.
And as an intern, I would love to interview you for a minute regarding career advice. So, the first question I would love to ask you is that what are the skills that you find most helpful for you throughout your career?
Okay. I would say I'm the HR director for Sibelco for Asia Pacific. Before that, I have moved across different countries. I come from India. I've lived in Thailand and then I'm in Malaysia for past 7 years. I've been in global and regional roles. So the first important advice is do not say no to new
Do not say no.
experience. So whenever people get opportunity, and that's what I have done in my career, whenever there are new opportunities, I always take the leap of faith. With caution, you plan well for your personal life,
Right.
but you should say yes to new opportunities, especially in early stages of career. You learn more, you explore more, and you also fail fast.
Right.
So that's the first piece of advice. The second piece of advice to young people is please be courageous. Courageous to admit your mistakes as well, and courageous to take chances. Again, it comes back to taking chances implies if you have not explored some areas, take chance to get into that and experience them. So if you have started, you're comfortable with technology, try to get into a factory and work there. Not only sit behind the screen and work on the technology, because the world is run by building and creating things. So that's where it comes in. Please have the courage to venture out and build and create things in your early career, because later you will grow into different roles and again you will be managing teams. So you should look back and be able to say, I know how things are done. So please build and create things. These are two very important advice.
I see. So I just want to ask, especially during your earlier years of your career. So I know that time almost all of us, we have no experience at all. So how do you get the courage to say yes to all the opportunities, even though you know nothing about it?
I would always look at what can I learn from this?
Why can't
I've never looked at an opportunity when it came my way as, whether I will succeed or fail, but I've looked at what can I learn. So that has really helped me, because I think if you learn and you are open to keep improving on your mistakes, you will succeed eventually. At least you will know not to make the same mistake again.
Correct.
So it's the way how you see things. And the second thing is always find good mentors for advice. It is very, very useful. From very early in my career, I have sought mentors. It's not only that company told me or people came to me, no. You see people who are very capable. Approach them and understand how you can grow and what you can learn. So take advice from the mentors. It's always very useful. And try to look from a learning perspective, not only success.
Correct. Learning is
Yes.
always the process, right?
Yes.
So another question is I want to ask is that a lot of interns, especially the younger generations, they want to be where you are right now, the director, the CEO, and everything. So, in your opinion, what kind of advice you could give those interns to climb the ladder towards director, CEO, or the C-level position faster?
There's no fast route.
Yes, no fast route.
There is no fast route. You see, so it is not about years of experience. It's about what kind of experiences you're gaining. That is why don't be in the same job or the same kind of work for more than 2 years
Oh,
in your early 10 years of career. Every 2 years, please change. If the organization is not challenging you, challenge yourself and move on. So keep asking for different opportunity if nobody's offering. Because the faster you gain experiences, the faster you will grow.
Oh, I see.
Because the career doesn't move step by step. Sometimes it goes lateral and then you have a big jump.
Oh.
because you have accumulated good experience in say 5-6 years, and then something comes which is a big jump.
Correct.
And sometimes it happens after the big jump, you don't succeed, then you have a small drop.
Yes, correct.
So career moves like that. So you have to keep moving very fast. Don't get comfortable. Comfort is dangerous.
Understand. So I just want to dig a bit of your internship experience. If you were to compare your internship experience back then, like I don't know how many years ago, compared to now, what is the difference you would see?
So I was a management trainee. I joined as I did my MBA. I'm a computer engineer, and then I did masters in HR, minor in marketing, major was HR. I was hired as a management trainee in a company, and it was very fantastic to be hired. They had 20,000 employees in one campus. They were a very big organization. We had fun times, but the big difference from then and now is the amount of technology support and risk. So because everything is available to be done by the technology, the risk the interns run is you can always find information, you can always find technology to build things for you. It could be about communication, it could be about reports, it could be analysis, marketing campaigns, everything. So, which was not the case when we did internship. We had to do a lot of Excel analysis, which was quite painful. We had to do a lot of work on making communication ourselves. So we learned how to build communication and then communicate, do analysis on Excel. So we had to do those things ourselves. So you kind of learn a lot of, you experiment and learn. Right now what happens is you have a lot of technology support. So it's very easy for you to rely on it fully. But what the interns now need to do is, how will you validate that's the right information that's coming out? Because everybody understands what comes out of tools.
Correct.
So the thing is, you need to learn how to use your judgment to correct the information that's coming out.
Right.
So the new generation has to, that's a risk. There's a support, there's a risk. That you might be so reliant on the technology that you don't know what's right and wrong. So yeah, it's a challenge.
Right. Everything's like a challenge.
It is.
So speaking of that, I have a question more towards your position that you're working on right now. So you are HR director. As a HR director of HR, so how do you usually manage a workforce that are more towards multinational and multi-generational? I believe that the understanding and the communication is completely different. So for you, how would you manage that?
Yes, so for the workforce, we focus a lot on training on diversity. Diversity and inclusion. It is very important to understand how different generations think and what is their motivation. What I've learned, and I think every company understands, people require two basic things. They want to be respected and they need to be taken care of.
Respected and taken care of.
Respect and care. It's everybody likes an environment where you are, and magnified form of care is fun.
Okay.
If you can have fun, it's fantastic.
Right.
But so this is two things which are fundamental. We don't negotiate, and respect you cannot negotiate. Every generation wants respect.
Correct. I couldn't agree more.
That's what we start with. So we do a lot of discussion in terms of diversity and inclusion, and I think every organization needs to do that. We need to understand a baby boomer generation has different needs. They need medical insurance, and they need more of housing subsidy and things. They want that security more. The current generation, they want flexibility. They want flexibility in terms of working hours, where they want to work from, and want to take sabbatical, which is absolutely fine. So after the part on diversity and inclusion, we have to ensure we provide options to the generations what they need. We have to have same criteria for performance. There's no negotiation because that's about fairness. So you can work 4 days a week, but you get paid accordingly, and you have to meet your performance.
Right.
So we have to ensure, while we support the needs of generation, we are also fair and transparent. So from a mindset, diversity, inclusion, and then from a policy standpoint, fairness and transparency is important.
Wow. Thank you so much for your time. That is all the questions I wanted to ask you. So thank you for all the wonderful insight as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.